Hi everyone, it's Angela Magasco, President and CEO of Market Viewpoint and Heart of Achievement Coaching and Training. And I'm here with you with another monthly business video tip. And this one is all about goal setting. So now what I want you to do is go grab a pen and paper, a tablet, or a keyboard, because you're going to want to take notes on this working session. Welcome back. Today's session is going to be really exciting because at the end of the session, you're actually going to set some goals for yourself, for your business, for the new year. Now, before we actually set goals, one of the things that's really important to understand is what a goal needs to be. What defines a goal? And one of the things about a goal is that it needs to be specific. Vague isn't going to work here. The more specific you can be, the greater your chances of actually obtaining that goal. The second thing that a goal needs to be is measurable. It needs to be quantifiable. Put a number on that goal so you'll know when you've reached it. Now here are two other things that a goal needs to be. Ready? The next thing that a goal needs to be is dated. Make sure it has what I'm going to call a shelf life, okay? Make sure that there's an end date for that goal. It's going to really keep you accountable and keep you driving toward completing that goal if it's got a date on it. And then finally, and here's the one that I really love, keep your goals, ready? Handy. Keep your goals handy. Now here's what I do. I've got my business plan in the one corner of my desk, which I reference from time to time, but I also have my goals there as well. I'm looking at my goals for the year probably once a week, just trying to make sure that I'm staying on track. Sometimes I look at my goals daily. Don't go putting them in a drawer. That's not going to work. Make sure that your goals are sitting somewhere close by so that they're easily accessed and a constant reminder that you want to be working on them. Now that we know what goals need to be, let's take a look at what those key areas are for goal setting in your business. These are all areas that really need to be in balance in order for your business to be running smoothly. The first area is productivity. The second area is profitability. The third, time management. The fourth, sales. The fifth is marketing. Leadership. Professional development. Employee satisfaction. And being in the customer service business, I would be remiss if I didn't mention customer satisfaction. These are the areas that you really need to be concentrating on and setting goals for the entire year on all of these key areas of business success. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to begin to write two goals, just two, for each of these key areas. I have friends and colleagues who have 20, 30, 40, 50 goals for each of these areas. And that can be too much. It can be overwhelming. If you're new to goal setting, or if goal setting is not something that you enjoy doing, keep it simple. Only two goals for each of these areas. Now what I want to do is just take a moment and give you an example of what these goals in each of these key areas might look like. Finally, let's take a look at some examples of how this might work or how this might look for you. Take that tablet, take that pen and paper, and what I want you to do is I want you to create quadrants. Okay, Okay, we're just going to take a look at 4 key areas, but of course you're going to do this for all the key areas for business success when you have a little quiet time and you can sit down and you can actually work on this exercise. But let's take a look at profitability. Incredibly important if you're going to stay in business. You got to be profitable. Let's look at 2 goals that might work in this section. The first goal might be to analyze customer profitability. And what you might say is, I want each of my customers to fall somewhere between 10% and 30% on the profitability range. And if that's good, I'm going to hang on to that customer and we're going to keep on working together as long as that customer will have me. Now, if the customer isn't profitable, what you might want to do is take some time to figure out how to streamline operations for that client to make it more profitable. But the other profitability thing that you may want to look at are your expenses, and you may want to analyze those. See where you might be able to cut some costs. Actually go in and take a look at all of those fixed expenses, those expenses maybe that are a little bit variable in your business that you might have some control over the course of the next year. Now here's where there's specific, measurable, dated. First of all, analyze customer profitability, and we're saying specifically that this is what we want to do. The next thing that we're looking at in terms of measurability is that we want a client to fall somewhere between 10% and 30% on the profitability range. And this goal is dated. We want to achieve this by the 31st of March, okay, the end of the first quarter. Now, the second thing, analyze expenses. This is dated, and let's say, for the sake of example, that we want to complete this goal by January 31st. Let's take a look at marketing. Maybe we want to create 1 podcast this year, just as something new and different that we're introducing into our small business marketing plan. Let's say we want to do that by February 28th. The other thing that we may want to look at from a marketing perspective is we may want to create social media marketing plans. And maybe we want to do that for our business Facebook page or our business Facebook account and maybe LinkedIn. And maybe we want to create those marketing plans by the 31st of March, end of the first quarter. We would do the same thing for time management. We would say one of the goals might be to review 3 time management software packages that exist out there. And we want to do this by the 31st of January. Maybe another time management goal might be to get into the habit of creating a daily to-do list. And let's say we want to have that in place by January 15th. And then finally, customer satisfaction. Since one of my businesses is the customer satisfaction business, it's important for me to mention it. Maybe it's call 3 customers each week to check in and see what else you might be doing for them or what other problems or issues they're having in their business that you might be able to assist with. Again, let's date it, and let's say we want to get into that habit of calling 3 customers each week by January 31st. And then finally, maybe another customer satisfaction goal that you want to put down for yourself is to mystery shop each month. And you want to have that plan in place, choosing your vendor and actually getting into the habit of mystery shopping to check client satisfaction. Maybe you want to have that in place by the end of the first quarter, March 31st. Now, goal setting isn't easy. It really isn't, and it's time consuming. I mean, it can take a while to really sit and set goals. But here are some of the things that goals are. They're inspiring. They're motivating. They're the thing that get you out of bed on a rainy day or a cold day when you really would rather just pull the covers up over your head. They are necessary for you to achieve your unstoppable success. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you back here next month for another business video tip. I'm Angela Magasco saying, here's to your unstoppable success.